Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone. Ruel, Teachwell with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. The brothers who labor in this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, so the reason we're gonna do this epistle through this, Salakia. Yep, we'll do this epistle, this digital epistle through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's all through the spirit, and we're in great times now where that gospel is being preached on the four corners of the earth, and then the end's gonna come. So, like we've been saying before in the last couple of weeks, the Lord is putting His spirit on men even outside of this thing of ours to get to push this word forward. Well, not push the word, but push parts of this truth forward, where now His men can now give those people who seeking sincerely understanding. All right, because there's gonna be no excuse when the time of judgment comes that you didn't or hear that He's gonna get this word in every crevices of the earth, man, and that there's gonna be no excuse. All right, and then the end's gonna come, man. It's gonna be no excuse. All right, so 2 Peter 3:1, this second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you. See, the beloved is going to be the elect of Israel on this side. All right, I now write unto you, both which I stir up your pure mind. All right, when you go into to pure means, matter of fact, we'll just keep it right up your pure minds by the way of remembrance. All right, so he's writing. The elect is preordained from the foundation of the earth. All right, part of the elect was along Yahweh Shai. The elect, that governing class, was with Yahweh Shai creating the earth, man. All right, so a lot of us men, and then even you few women, is being stirred up by the way of remembrance, and hopefully Adawan Ratazah, we endure to the end, and we be delivered out of this place, man. But see, now you're being stirred up. You're starting to learn who you are. Life is being breathed into. Is blown into you. That breath of life. All right, is being blown into you by the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kodash, and through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that you'll be able to get this truth, and their dead bones is now being quickened with the life and through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, 2 Peter 3:2, that ye may be mindful of the words which have spoken before by the holy prophets. All right, so now you're mindful. Now you're receiving that renewal of the mind, right? You're understanding what's going on. Your mind is being renewed, being cleansed. All right, what's that? John, let's go get it, and we'll come back here. What's that? John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, right? So that quickeneth is give you life. All right. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words, you see, that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So you being that life that's being breathed into you, you're now learning who you are. Your flesh is starting to come on those dry bones, which is that life. And now you're starting being quickened with the spirit. All right. Because the words is life, man. Like it says. And let's bring it back. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. All right, so let's go back to 2 Peter's. Let's go back to 2 Peter. Second Peter 3:2, that ye may be mindful of the words, right? Because those same words that's quickening, that are life, right, which were spoken before by the holy prophets, because the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. So these words that were spoken before by the holy prophets, which we're reading, right, and the commandments of us, the apostles of the Lord and Savior. So there's nothing new under the sun, right? The word is going to remain forever. You know, the man of the Lord is a Lord that doesn't change. So what he said then, he's saying now. All right, but now you're being quickened. There's people that across the world that's being quickened. They're starting to learn who they are. Now they looking. Now that once they learn who they are, now the next thing to do is to repent. Is to feel sorrowful for all the sins and the iniquity that we committed to the Lord, to our Father, man. That's why he said those who acknowledge their offense. You gotta acknowledge your offense because we was very offensive to the Lord, man. We abused His laws. We broke all the laws, statutes, commandments. We was living under sin. But see, through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, He sent His only begotten Son, Yahushua, so He can be the intermediator for sins. He came for the remission of sins, right? He came to bring us back and give us that relationship back to our Father, Yahweh. All right? So this is the time we're in right now, where you're seeing the great awakening. You're seeing people learning who they are, because we're nearing the salvation. Our salvation is nearer than we believe. We're at the end of this man's rulership, man. Esau Edom's rulership, and we're at the beginning of Yahweh, where Yahweh Shah's rulership, man. All right. That's why it says better than the end of a thing than the beginning of the beginning thereof. Because why? Because when you're at the end of a wicked man's rulership, right? It may be harsh, it may be wicked, but you know that there's only good to come after that, because these words are faithful and true, and that's what it says in these scriptures, that the Lord Yahweh Shah's kingdom. See, that's why I said when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. See, right now we're mourning, but once the righteous are in authority, the people are going to rejoice, man. Even you other nations, man, you're going to like it better when the righteous is in authority. Because then now you're going to we're going to teach you guys the laws, statutes, and commandments, and you're going to be in your rightful, we're going to have, y'all going to go off, you're going to get put back in place. And it's going to be, it's going to be order in the kingdom, man. All right? So, but right now we're in a time where our pure minds is being stirred up. You're seeing people coming into this truth by the thousands, man, by the hundreds and thousands, man, by the hundreds, by the thousands. They're seeking, because this word is getting to every crevices of the earth, man. And it's a beautiful thing. And then now we're going to soon see the downfall of this man's kingdom. That's why you're seeing all the turmoil in the world right now. Because that's the beginning and crumbling of another man's kingdom. See, for another kingdom to be established, one kingdom have to be destroyed. One kingdom has to every time there was an empire that took over another empire, before that empire was taken over, you've seen the beginning and the ending of that empire. When you go into the Babylonian Empire, when the Medes and the Persians took it over, when the Grecians took over the Medians and Persians, and when you go into the Romans, when they took over the Grecians, that's what happened. You're seeing the crumbling of one empire and another empire going in. And now we're in the second leg of the Roman Empire, and we're going to see this Roman Empire, that this new Roman Empire get taken down by Yahweh Shah, man. The kingdom of heaven is Yahweh Shah going to take this place down, man, and we're going to be out of here. And that's what we hasten in the day of the coming of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. That's why we have to hold fast what is true. And all the you young brothers that's coming in, learning this thing, starting to you hearing that you are Israelite and starting to know that you are a true chosen seed of the living power. Man, that's a beautiful thing, because now the people that's saying that they were the chosen people are starting to be exposed. And that's the beginning of another, that's the beginning and the end of another man's rulership, man. It starts with exposure, starts with them being called out for their lies. They on trial right now, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is on trial right now. And we're going to continue to put him on trial until he get his ultimate execution. And the Lord's going to judge him with fire, thermonuclear missiles. And that's why you see all these nations, they're building up their thermonuclear missiles, man, their power, and they having those war games, and they're having friction with each other, because we're leading into that third war, that World War III. So it's a beautiful time we in, brothers and you very few sisters. We just got to continue to hold fast, right? But see, like I said, See, our pure minds are being stirred up again, learning what righteousness is, learning what it is to be someone who's looking for salvation. Because right now we're rehearsing the righteous acts, right? We're looking to do the laws and statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. And then that second covenant is going to come into place where it's going to be put in our inward parts. And we're never going to go off. We're going to escape death because they say the wages of sin is death. So if we're no longer the sin, then there's going to be no more death for Israel, man. Israel going to live forever. All the other nations, they're going to die. You know, they're going to have to come back. You know, when they're in the kingdom, they're going to die. But we're not going to die. We're not superpower. We're going to get the promise that was promised to us, man. Everlasting life, man. So, because when you think about, when you go back to Genesis, from the time people was living to all the way to what, 900 years, 1,000, you know, and then to the point where Israel became so wicked, our lifespan is only what, 360, what, 60, 65, 70 years. You go by that, you go past that, you pushing it, man. All right, so the Lord is soon done punishing, letting this wicked man Esau Edom use his be the whipping stick and whipping us. He's soon done punishing us, man, and soon going to have us be joint heirs of Yahushua's kingdom, man. So just hold fast, man. Hold down what's faithful and true, which is this word, man, because this is able to save your life. This is able to save your life when the turmoil hit and shit hit the fan and people are losing their mind, when they got no food, when there's no food on the shelves, when it's famine, right? They're going to want to eat their own children. This is the only thing that's going to keep you solid and stable when those times come, man. Those times is fastly approaching. Those times are fastly approaching. People are starting to lose their mind. You see the crime rate going up. You see everything happening in the manner the way it's happening because the Lord put this spirit on his people, man. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Pray without ceasing, fast, you know, do the things that's pleasing to the Lord to the best of your ability, man. We almost out of here, man. Kwam Yasharala. All right, shalom to the hopeful elect.